Welcome to Full Scope, a podcast designed to analyze the games that we love, the headlines of music, and the movies we can't forget. I'm host Wellington Burns. I'm joined by a first-time special guest, Deon Glover, president of the OKC fan club, right? Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes,
OKC.
sir. Hey, I'm glad you said that. Let me
Oh no, no! What is he
go ahead and
doing? What
bring
is
the
he
hat
doing?
in. Go ahead and bring the hat in,
Oh
man.
my goodness! This guy. Well,
Got to
obviously,
represent.
for sure, we have a lot to obviously into this one. Obviously, a full NBA episode. Definitely going to get into some topics about the playoff teams, teams that are on the fringe. But to start off with, like Denver, they've obviously been in the headlines heavily this year, this week with kind of their firing of Mike Malone, and they had a game last night where they're able to beat Memphis 117 to 109. Jokic has a triple double. Murray returns as well, and it's interesting. We talked about this earlier today, like this team could actually go on a run. Just
For
based on
sure.
the fact that they
Absolutely.
have I love Jokic's game. I feel as though Murray can be a streaky shooter, but they have that championship pedigree, and that's one thing you can't trump. Like the fact that they have the best player who can put up a triple double easily. What do you kind of think about their playoff status going in to the postseason next week?
Honestly, man, I think you need Jamal Murray to come and be prime.
Mhm.
He has to set that tone because Joker's
Yeah,
gonna always give you that triple double. That's he's not a issue to who's gonna bring that energy,
yeah,
and
that's true.
Jamal's got to bring that number two. You got Aaron Gordon who's good support, and you got
Yeah,
Michael P that's good support, but they got to be consistent with supporting, and they already know their roles. They just got to capitalize on it. And
mhm.
Russ is just your energizer buddy. So when he come off the bench or where he's coming, he's gonna be a lot of energy. Yeah, he might make a
Exactly.
mistake, but you got Joker who's going to average a triple double if he really wanted to.
Effortlessly.
Personally,
Yeah, if he
personally,
wants
I
to.
feel like he just be playing out there. But I think when
I,
playoffs come,
I actually do. Actually, sometimes I feel like, man, Jokic is playing with these guys. Like he's just not even full
right,
effort.
exactly. And I
Yeah,
think with Jamal, I think this regular season he just kind of been up and down. And I think
yeah.
postseason, if you think about it, that's really where he capitalizes in that
Oh, it's the
postseason.
postseason. Yeah, I think he paces himself throughout the regular season to actually go off in the postseason. I fully believe that's what
Absolutely.
he does. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think once they all click on all cylinders, it could be dangerous if Denver gets that click and they're like, all right, we got this.
Do you think the coaching decision actually was a benefit? Might be a blessing in disguise for them. Just if they were having a toxic environment, I mean, you might as well get rid of that.
Right. And that's what they were saying. It could have been something in the locker room.
Yeah.
I think it was very shocking. That's a big
It's
move.
still shocking. Like just a few days before
Yeah.
the playoffs, like no matter how you cut it, that's still surprising. That's still surprising.
Right. Right. I think it's a big move. I think it's also something they can prove to the audience, everybody watching, like what are they gonna do, despite of,
Hmm.
being without Coach Malone. But I think it's a risky move. But I mean, they just won their last two. I don't know if that's just to prove a point right
Yeah,
now, but
we're good
we
without you.
right,
It's
exactly.
almost like Luca with Dallas. Like, hey, man, I didn't. I mean, you guys could have still used me. Like, you guys could have still
Right.
used me. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they were asking about that trade too. Like why you didn't include Austin Reeves? I think Brian Windhorst was saying that could have been up on the table as well. I'm like,
I'm
yeah, that
so
would have
glad
been
the Lakers didn't. I'm so because I love Austin Reeves' game. I love Austin Reeves' game, man. Yeah,
yeah.
he's
He,
a really good valuable third piece. A really good valuable man. He's
yeah,
old school. He's an old school player, man. He's very like
right.
the way I saw him play against Steph and Clay a couple years ago. I'm like, man, this guy's checking them like heavily, bro.
Sure.
Like he's standing his ground. He's standing his ground.
He,
So
his shot and his confidence now is growing like crazy.
it's up.
I think Brian has gave him like, hey man, you can
Braun
ball.
was so
You go
hard on
out there.
him though. Braun, like he even said, Braun was so hard on him, but he's like, Braun is hard on people he sees something in. That's the reason Braun is hard
Right.
on those. Like if he's not hard on you, it's like, yo, you like kind of a scrub. But like if he's hard,
Exactly.
if he's really going at you, like he sees something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely, definitely.
for
But
sure.
I think Denver is gonna be a sleeper team.
I think so too. I definitely think so too. And I wanted to get to the Timberwolves next because last year, I mean, they were in the Western Conference Finals. They had a great run. Anthony Edwards was killing it. They're seventh in the West, 48 and 33, and they won. Uh, honestly, I think they've been on a two-game winning streak. Won eight of their last 10, and they might face the Lakers in the first round or they might face the Rockets, which I think they would. I mean, obviously, you'd rather face the Rockets, but the Rockets are tough. The Rockets are no scrubs. Like the Rockets don't sleep on the Rockets. But to you, what do you think about Minnesota? Like, do you think they have underachieved? I mean, obviously, trading away Cat, I feel as though the drop off was going to be a little evident. But I also thought they got like they had a really good break for like the way things were set up for them. It was like you can make a run now. You got to face Dallas. You can get to the finals. Like, do you think they underachieved or kind of overachieved this season?
Thing with the loss of Cat, yeah, that was a big one. But I think they also had somebody in the background. Nas Reed is
Oh yeah, man.
when that man is on, he's on, and
Yeah,
it's
for
hard to
sure.
stop him. So I think they kind of got a good trade out of it, especially when you got Julius Randle and Dante coming in.
Yes, yes,
I,
yes.
I wrote down, I was like, Ant has to stop laughing, stop smiling, and just go kill every game. Like, you've already been compared to MJ. You
Yeah,
have a
man.
lot of skill sets like MJ. You just gotta go. At this point, Nas Reed is gonna be a good assist person to have on your team.
Yeah.
Mike Conley is a good veteran that controlled the floor general, but at the end of the day, go out there and kill. Just go.
That's
I
the
know it's
that's
like a
the
one
that's the end
player.
I love. That's the end I love who just like, yo, like I'm gonna sweep my favorite player in KD. I'm just gonna go at him. Like that's the end I love.
Right, right.
Yeah.
He just had to keep attacking that and staying focused on making sure we win the game, but just like, hey, I'm straight. Job's not finished because
Yes.
they were
The Kobe
they're only
mentality.
8 games like less behind from last year, so they only lost 8 games more
Right.
than last year.
Yeah.
So they kind of underachieved, but they also overachieved as well because they probably thought losing your two
Was
biggest
gonna
seven
be a
footers.
huge loss,
Right,
huge drop off for
right.
sure. Yeah.
So it all depends on what Ant going to do, but I also think Nas Reed is more of that second, like, hey, I'm gonna need you to come out and be Nas
Mhm.
and and do your thing because he can shoot. He got an inside game. Rudy don't have an outside game, but you can spread out with
Yeah.
Nas on the outside and light him up from three, and then he can come in the inside. He's a floor general. He has a good passing. And then Julius, so you got two attackers already on the inside. You got Julius and Rudy that can
Hmm.
attack. And then you got Nas on out. Then you got Alexander Walker, who's a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And then you have Ant that can do it all,
Do it
really.
all around
Mike
guy, all
Conley is
around
just
guy.
there to just guide it. That's it.
Yes.
Mike
He's a
Conley
floor
reminds
general.
me of Drew Holiday. That's
That's
what
a
I
great
feel.
comparison. That's a great comparison.
That's what I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, that's a great comparison. And I think honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, Anna's scary in the playoffs. Anna's scary in the playoffs. Like you don't know what like that's what I'm saying. Like that's not a team. That's a dangerous team. That's a team that can that can put a lot of fear into some of the elites like the Lakers.
Right.
Your team I'm about to get to OKC. Like getting to OKC now, obviously 67-14, first in the West. Best probably gonna have the best. I believe they will. Yeah, they definitely will have the best record overall.
Mm.
And heading having home court advantage throughout the finals if they make it that far. Like I think this is one of the most fascinating like teams we can talk about because obviously there's this like split on them about hey like are they ready yet?
Right.
I think they're a year away, but I still think they can make the conference finals for sure. But it's just like this West is like so loaded. I'm fascinated to see how this West playoffs plays out because there's like three or four teams I'm like or five teams I think can make the conference finals. I wouldn't be
Exactly.
surprised if the Warriors made the conference finals or the Lakers or the Thunder or even the Rockets possibly, without dangerous the Rockets are.
Hmm.
Like how do you feel like do you like this is obviously your team. How do you feel about them going into the postseason? Because there is some doubt, but there also are a lot of people that are high on this team.
So I thought about it. I really, really thought, 'cause that's my team. I'm gonna ride with
Yeah.
them, but I had to be realistic to myself.
Yeah.
Like, can we really win it all?
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, we have to let the regular season fun, the laughter, all that got
Before
to
they go.
stop
So it's gotta
playoffs.
stop. It's gotta stop.
Um,
The different
I
season.
wrote down Jalen Williams has to be the Scottie Pippen to SGA.
That's a
Like,
great point.
I need you to put up 24 a game. I need SGA to have 30 a game. Chet, you need to have about 15. You got Isaiah Hartenstein, you can have 12, couple
Yeah,
blocks.
Hardenstein's gotta be a
Like,
stalwart. He's gotta be a stalwart.
yeah, definitely. And I want them to go far, but there is some moments where I'm like, yo, why are we letting up and we supposed to be the number one team in defense right now? They should not be scoring like this easily. Let's just
No.
not let them just, other teams
Don't
just
let
shoot
them
threes
stay
for
in. Don't give them any hope. Like that's what I think they do sometimes. They give teams
right.
so much hope.
And I put that down too. We have to step on the neck every game. Let's prove our point while we're here,
Yes.
destroy every team, and it showed them why we were number one. I know we did it last year, but at this point now, it's like if we don't win, I'm scared for the coach.
Man,
At this point,
do you think they would fire him if they? I think they got to make the finals at least. They got to at least make the finals, like for him not to get fired. I could see them like not. I could see him getting fired if they don't make the finals. Honestly,
because we had three good coaches.
yeah,
Scott Brooks. um, um,
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan, and now with our coach now, they both got fired. So it's up in the air, and the NBA is
I,
very,
honest,
very
I
just
yeah,
like
honestly, like if what happened to Mike Malone, I don't know who's safe. I really don't know who's safe anymore. Honestly, like
right,
I don't know who's safe. Yeah,
right. So I'm worried that we might lose our coach, or we might have to trade some players. If I don't know if we're there to the point where we're like, all right, do we want to trade players to like get superstars to come play at OKC? I don't know where we're at. It all depends on how we're going to do in this playoffs. It really is.
yeah,
Because if we're really just like another piece, I mean, I don't see how we are another piece. Because we got five, and our role
yeah.
players that can put up, they can put up points,
I
but it
wouldn't
might
say
get
that
to the
they're an
point we
Atlanta
got
Hawks. I've heard some people say
right.
they're because I remember that Atlanta Hawks team that had that Jeff Teague and Kirk Heinrich and
Al
Al Horford, but
Horford,
they were
yeah,
that they were not going to beat LeBron in the. You just knew it was not going or the Celtics. You knew it was not going to happen. They just weren't good enough. They didn't have that star.
right,
SGA is a star. You have a star. You have a bona fide star. There
right.
was no guy. I love Joe Johnson's game, but he was not like that over the top guy who could take it over. Like I'm not picking him against LeBron. I'm not picking him against Paul Pierce in the postseason. SGA he can be that guy. Like I fully believe SGA can be that guy.
Think what I like about OKC is we know SJ is the guy. If OKC can just tap into the other players being sleeper players to where
Yes.
like, okay,
Yeah.
the scouting report, we know SJ is gonna get his 40,
Yeah, for sure.
but we need to make sure that like, hey, Jay Will, they need to be scared of you too. Chet
Yes. Put
Holmgren,
fear
you
in
were
these other
number two.
opponents. Yeah, put the fear in these other
Right.
opponents. Because I'm
And
telling
Chet
you,
was the
they're gonna
number
have a
two.
series. They're gonna have a series with possibly the Lakers or Denver where you're gonna have to show Denver's like, oh, we know what are y'all gonna do? Like, what are y'all gonna do?
Right.
It's gonna get to that point where
Right.
like, hey, what are y'all gonna do? Like that's where it's
Aaron
gonna get
Gordon
to.
doesn't have to prove his point.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. doesn't have to prove anything. Luka doesn't have to prove anything. Austin Reeves don't have to prove anything. Our guys still have to prove something besides SGA. So what
Yes.
are we going to do? That's the only thing I'm worried
Michael
about. We
Porter
need to
Jr. And
prove
I'm gonna tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Porter Jr. is a bad man. Michael Porter
that
Jr.
man.
Dude, don't let him start cooking because that's why Denver is scary now.
Yeah,
Don't Denver is like I think Denver is right where they're like, hey, not a lot of people believe in us. We're kind of playing with house money, but
right.
don't be surprised if you see them in June, like in the finals. Like,
Man, them boys right there, like Michael P can shoot. He can shoot the ball. And when he's on, he's on. And his frame, they both
oh yeah, it's a
big,
pretty shot. It's a
six
pretty
foot.
shot. Yeah, it's a pretty
They
shot, bro.
they're both tall, they both lengthy. Like
And
it,
God
it, it
forbid
can be
Aaron Gordon
dangerous.
just decides to be a beast. Like like
Right.
that's where you the more and more I'm talking Denver might go to the the more and more I'm talking Denver might go to the
Man,
finals, man. Denver might
I watched the game the other night. I was like, this team is just like playing right now
go.
because we ain't seen none of this in the regular season. I was like, okay, they about to gas up for the postseason. It's about to be something serious.
And that's what makes me so excited for I know I'm speaking about the West so much because we're gonna get to the East, but I kind of feel like who I know is gonna get to the East. Make
Right.
it. I feel like I kind of know, but the West is just like some days I'm like, man, Lakers are gonna make. Which I mean, hey, still don't like Lakers in six. It's still Lakers in six. It's still. I'm not switching. I'm not switching. I'm not switching. But it's just
I don't
like,
know, man. Hey, if y'all run up on Denver, it ain't gonna be Lakers in six. It's gonna be Denver in five.
oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I don't know, man. I just feel as though like Luca is that kryptonite for Denver. I feel as though like he's that kryptonite because it's like who's stopping him? Who's going to really
Right.
stop Luca? Like that's my thing. Because I again AD against AD like Jokic had him. Jokic had him. But now it's
Right.
like mano y mano. Like Luca's a dog, bro. It's a
You're
dog.
right though, but I got a question for you. Who's gonna stop Joker? Who's y'all center?
Oh, nobody,
That's
nobody. Yeah, yeah, nobody.
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's go
yeah.
ahead and give him
I'm
30,
not
20
even. Yeah,
exploit.
but that's where it's again. It will go to a seventh game, and Jokic is the best player. You know what Doc Rivers once said? I don't want to be in a game seven where the best players on the other team. I don't want to be in that position.
True. That's
So
very, very
that's
true.
where the rubber meets the road. Because I mean, Jokic is that guy is the best. It's not
But
even a
like,
question.
yeah, I feel like when Jamal plays LA though, he go off. I don't know what it
Listen,
is
man.
about Jamal Murray,
I don't know
but
what
when
it's
he
about
plays
LA. I
against
don't know what
LA,
history. I don't know what history he had in LA, but it's something personal.
he go off. He'll hit a big shot, get him up by like a
I,
point.
I think that's gonna
And
be a
then y'all
classic. I think that's gonna be a classic series if those two meet up. I think that's gonna be a classic series, bro. It's not gonna be.
definitely.
It's because now it's like they're closer in competition because at one point the Nuggets beat them time and time and time. It was just like they would get close, but they would like Denver would win. Murray would put up a floater. It would just be like
Right.
Nuggets. Now it's like okay, they're equal. But man,
Mhm.
Jokic is like that Serbian
Yeah,
dude. That Serbian, that Serbian
dude,
monster,
man,
man. A Serbian
they're
monster.
different, man. They are different.
A
But
Serbian
only
monster.
thing I worry about LA is y'all front court. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah,
Y'all
because
got a good
Jackson
back
Hayes
court.
concerns me. Jackson Hayes concerns me, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm like the Warriors were getting to the paint easily. They're like cool. Jackson Hayes
Right,
does not scare us. Anthony Davis
right.
scares us. Jackson Hayes does not scare us. Like
Y'all don't have that rim protector no more.
yeah, man.
I mean, LeBron's there, but
He's not
his
gonna do the
legs
same
gonna give
thing.
out
Yeah, he's
soon.
not doing for real,
It
bro. He's
ain't the same, man.
40. I mean, it's
Right.
40. Do you think the Warriors could go on a run?
Nah, nah.
Really? You're very
I,
dismissive.
I know
Playoff Jimmy? Playoff Jimmy? I don't know, man. I don't know.
it's playoff. Jimmy's gonna have to come down though, so Steph can get his shot off.
Very true. Very true.
So it can't be playoff Jimmy because Steph is gonna have to get that shot. Now, if they can capitalize on that double, that duo to be dangerous, they're gonna have to feed off each other because people were scared of Clay and Steph.
Oh my goodness, man.
And then
But Pajimski is a shooter though. Pajimski's a shooter though too. I don't sleep on Pajimski. Pajimski's cooking.
he is, but I feel like he can get locked down.
Yeah, for sure. But he
I
couldn't
don't
lock down
think
Clay. He couldn't lock down Clay. I
right. I
I,
don't
I
think people are scared.
religiously watched that Clay OKC game 6. That was like, bruh, left Earth. He left Earth.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
2016 was the year of the postseason, man. Like OKC, Golden State, Cleveland. Golden State is the best game 7 I've ever best finals game I've ever seen ever. Like that was just a movie. That
absolutely,
was an absolute movie.
absolutely.
But yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.